as I narrate the Vector's tale. A man from afar riding the temporal gale. Ronin by name and a Ronin by fate. In the tapestry of time he's got a date. He ain't just saving, he's exploring the rift. In the timelines he travels, he's given a lift. Seeking tech and secrets in a world that's gone astray. Ronin's the man who's gonna find a way. Ronin Vector, the chrono navigator. In the flow of time, he's the prime innovator. Exploring the realms where few dare to venture. He's the Ronin Vector, the timeline's avenger. From a future so bright to our present so bleak, he's the silent watcher, the tech he does seek. Not just a savior, but a seeker of lore. Ronin's the key to what we're looking for. Through the ruins and the relics, he's making his mark. A beacon of hope in the timeline so dark. With every secret he finds, every piece he retrieves. He's crafting a future nobody believes. Ronin Vector, with a vision so clear. In the shadows of time, he's got nothing to fear. An explorer at heart, with a will that won't sever. He's the Ronin Vector, forever and ever. So when you feel the ground shake and the air gets colder, know that Ronin's passing by as the world grows older. In the whispers of time, his legends inscribed. Ronin Vector, the man who defied. Ronin Vector, the chrono navigator. In the flow of time, he's the prime innovator. Exploring the realms where few dare to venture. He's the Ronin Vector, the timeline's avenger. Ronin Vector, with a vision so clear. In the shadows of time, he's got nothing to fear. An explorer at heart, with a will that won't sever. He's the Ronin Vector, forever and ever. So when you feel the ground shake and the air gets colder, know that Ronin's passing by as the world grows older. In the whispers of time, his legends inscribed. Ronin Vector, the man who defied.
Hello and welcome back to my show. At long last, I have slept for 1,000 years and finally I have arisen. That's right. Ronin Vector is back, your Perceptor. And today we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. I'm coming in hot, baby. We're going to be getting into the absolute universe. And my attempts is to do this chronologically. So that's the dream here. But for those who have tuned in the past or familiar with past or future works, this is going to be a little bit different from our normal comic book reading. It's not going to be quite as dramatic and drawn out as my normal readings. So that's really it. We're going to be doing some RimWorld, and we're going to be doing some comic book reading. So that's pretty much it. Nothing to it but to do it. Now, we are starting a brand new character in RimWorld because between all the other games I failed or tried to do and then forgot about, I just need to start over. So we're doing a classic start of just good old Ronin Vector landing down by himself with, let's see, today's faithful pet is a male pug named Edward. We're doing the rich explorer start. So while we're alone, we do get a certain amount of starting goods here, such as the charge rifle. Not a bad first starting weapon. So, and I will say too, we are cooking the books a little bit with our character. I did not randomly generate a character until I got exactly what I wanted. I used a character editor, so sue me for that. But outside of that, we are starting in a pretty challenging start. I gave myself a vac suit just because I like space stuff. And yeah, that's it. So we're gonna start the stream off with just kind of getting our colony started, securing a little place to live, some food, and also you'll see in the little TV down here. It's kind of hard to see. Now, when I zoom it in, it doesn't really help all that much. It looks like, but we're gonna talk to Bruce Wayne. He's gonna be kind of our partner in reading through the absolute universe. I don't know if any of you all out there are familiar with Character.ai, but they're going through a little bit of a purge right now. It's a little hard to find Batman and Superman. So a tip for you people that like talking to AI out there, look up people like Bruce Wayne or Clark Kent or the Man Super or Bat Space Man. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to get creative until, I guess, Disney and I don't know who owns DC these days, until they all get bored enough with Character.ai to stop with lawsuits and whatever. You know how it goes. These things go in cycles. So we're going to talk to a version of Bruce Wayne. And I believe from the prompt, from what I've experimented with earlier, this is like a scenario where he might know who I am, but he doesn't suspect that I know he's Batman. So before we can successfully, to get him on board with comics, we're going to have to get him to be okay that, I know that, he's Batman. So let's start off with that. Hey, Bruce, nice to meet you. What brings you here? Oh, can he not? Is he not hearing me? Why is he not hearing me? Oh, now I'm all paranoid. Nobody can hear me. Let's see. No, it says I'm bringing in audio, so what's this thing's deal? Oh, surely I can do more than one thing at a time. Surely. Let's make sure I got the right microphone attached here. Could just be bugged, but no, that's it. Unless I'm supposed to use this one. Check one. Nope. Well, so much for the voice stuff. I guess I'll have to type it in. Let me try one more time. Bruce, can you hear me? Oh, there we go. Hey, Bruce, how are you?
I'm all right. How about you? The billionaire inquired after a short pause, his expression stoic and unreadable.
Where are we right now? I've never been here before.
We're in Wayne Manor, he replied, leaning back in his chair. I hope the accommodations are to your liking. His tone, as usual, was rather monotonous.
Well, thanks for inviting me here. So I did want to let you in on a secret that I was aware of, so this doesn't get too awkward later on.
By all means, go on. Bruce spoke with a hint of curiosity in his otherwise dull voice, tilting his head slightly to the side.
So I know you're Batman.
And how, may I ask, did you come across this information? He questioned, his usual stoic and emotionless demeanor slipping for a brief moment, replaced with suspicion and curiosity.
Well, as you are probably no doubt aware of, I am from another timeline, and it's my job to investigate other timelines and, just live whatever life I feel like inside those timelines to experience them. And I thought, knowing that you're Batman, I'd come and visit you to see if maybe you couldn't offer me some insight.
Insights, he echoed, his gaze still fixed on Ronan Vector with a hint of skepticism. What sort of insights are you looking for, exactly?
Well, I have the inside scoop on, let's say, an alternative universe that is known as the Absolute Universe.
The absolute universe, he remarked, his interest piqued. I'm listening. The Satches Turnliusang.
Now, I'm not fully aware of all the details because I was hoping to go through them with you specifically, but it sounds like that there is a version of Earth out there, or the universe really, that is completely derived from Darkseid. Like the foundation of its very atoms are made up of the energies of Darkseid.
An entire universe based on Darkseid, he mused, folding his arms across his chest. You're sure of this?
Yeah, I mean, pretty sure. It's pretty well known, and it's being investigated by your prime counterparts as we speak now.
Are you able to provide any empirical evidence, or at the very least, a theoretical model, to support these claims? He inquired, his expression still rather stoic and emotionless, though one could catch a hint of excitement if they looked closely enough.
What the heck? All my options to make my pawn do work is disabled. What's up with that? What's up with that? Hopefully it's just, I haven't played in a while, so who knows what mods are causing me issues right now. But when I checked it out earlier, yeah, see, now it's fine. All right, just a minor glitch. All right, so he says, are we able to provide any empirical evidence, or at least a theoretical model? Well, you might cringe at this, but all the evidence I have is in comic book form. My intentions were to go through the absolute universe with you from the start of its creation towards wherever it ends at its current run. It's still ongoing. So my goal is to just go through it with you page by page, and as I upload it, you could give me your opinion on what's going on.
In comic book form, he echoed. A brief pause following those words as his eyes remained locked with Vector's, a flicker of amusement briefly crossing his stoic expressions. Very well. I appreciate your unusual method of data collection.
So you agree? You'll go through the whole comic book line with me?
I suppose it's a rather interesting way to pass the time, he replied, and after a moment's consideration, then gave a curt nod. Yes, I'll go through the whole comic book with you.
Oh, wow. Well, I appreciate that. I know it comes at the cost of, saving Gotham and all that, so.
He raised a hand up to stop Ronan Vector mid-sentence. I can multitask, he remarked bluntly. Besides, this absolute universe of yours has piqued my curiosity.
So before we get started, since not all Bruce Waynes and Batman and Gothams are built equally, maybe you could give me some insight on the universe that you're from and the kind of Batman you are.
He leaned back in his seat, contemplating for a moment, before he spoke in a cool, calculated tone. You're aware that I'm from Gotham, which means you're also aware of the type of Batman I am. I'm the type that lurks in the shadows, the type that works in the darkness. but I'm also the type that cares deeply about this city, in my own way. I do what needs to be done.
Are you similar into other Batmen in that you don't murder people or kill people?
I have my own code, he stated, his voice low and grave. I don't kill. It's not my place to play judge, jury, and executioner. I do what I believe is just and fair, within the bounds of the law.
Is there currently a Justice League in the universe that you're in?
There is a Justice League in my universe, he confirmed. It consists of a select group of individuals with extraordinary abilities or unique talents and skills who've come together to protect the world from threats beyond the scope of an ordinary person, he replied, his voice still rather monotonous.
All right, well, if I may, to set up the absolute universe for you, or at least the conception of it, the birth of it is its genesis starts from like the prime Earth. So this is a version of Batman, Superman, the Justice League that has gone through every single crisis event ever that you could think of, ones you probably haven't even thought of. We're talking everything from Infinite Crisis to the Dark Knight Metal crisis, you know. So this is a absolute learned Justice League.
I'm following you, he said, his brow furrowed in concentration as he listened intently. I understand. This is a Batman, Superman, and Justice League that has experienced everything DC Comics has to throw at them, including the most catastrophic events ever conceived.
I'll say.
You make it sound like my world is a walk in the park in comparison, he quipped. The corner of his lips briefly curled into a subtle smirk. A very out-of-character expression for him.
I wouldn't say that, but it sounds like, you know, you guys are a bit more green in comparison to the OG Prime Earth.
And what gives you that impression? He queried, tilting his head slightly to the side. While we may have our fair share of challenges, it doesn't mean we're inexperienced or naive. We've seen our own share of horrors and crises.
I mean, I would never imply that, but I'm just saying, you know, there's a difference between rewriting reality multiple times and saving the world multiple times. Wouldn't you agree?
Rewriting reality, he echoed, his expression hardening. Multiple times. He leaned forward, his eyes fixed on Ron and Vector. That sounds rather concerning and dangerous.
Well, it is, and that's why you know, it's not about necessarily you being inexperienced, but it's about them being more experienced, I would say. So I would keep that in mind as you see them approach problems like that, or when they're dealing with forces that you might think would be out of your control. We're talking about people that have been dealing with everything between eldritch and devil forces to fighting gods and concepts of ideas.
This universe gets stranger by the second, Bruce commented, the flicker of curiosity in his eyes. I see your point. They have, in essence, become masters of handling the unhandleable, to use a word. I'll keep that in mind as we progress through this absolute universe.
What can you tell me about the current status of your universe and your Justice League? Is everybody alive? Is the Joker still out there? Which crisis events have you personally witnessed and gone through?
In my universe, the Justice League is intact for the most part, he started, his gaze turning distant a moment. The Joker is very much alive. As for crisis events, I've witnessed the Crisis on Infinite Earths, Infinite Crisis, and Dark Knight's Metal, among others.
Witnessed, but did you go through them?
I've actively participated in most of them, he responded, his gaze once again becoming focused. I didn't sit on the sidelines, if that's what you're implying. I fought alongside my fellow JLA members, even during the most devastating crises.
Admirable.
It was merely my duty, he said with a dismissive wave of his hand. I don't believe in standing idly when the world is at stake.
Well, it sounds like you might be more on par with this Justice League than I thought.
That depends on how you define on par, he replied, a hint of a smirk tugging at the corner of his mouth. I have my own strengths and my own methods, which have served me and the JLA well so far. But it wouldn't be wise to underestimate any version of the JLA, mine included.
Fair enough.
So, he leaned back in his chair, his gaze now locked with Ronin vectors. Are you ready to start this journey, if you will, into the absolute universe?
I am. It actually starts with a comic book called All In Saga, and I got the very first issue right in front of me.
All in Saga, he echoed, his eyes flickering down to the comic book in Ronin Vector's hand. Let's begin then. Proceed. And Trade.
Well, wait a minute. Are you sure you're ready for this? Because this is some pretty serious stuff, Batman. And it might mess with your own future, even though it's not a one-for-one deal. Are you sure you're prepared?
I'm a man who deals in dark and dangerous things on a daily basis, he stated, a hint of his usual stoicism seeping into his voice. I'm sure I can handle whatever the absolute universe has to throw at me. Proceed.
All right, so here's how this is going to work. I'm going to upload an image to you, and then I want to get your opinion on it. And then feel free to ask me any questions, but I'll either ask your opinion on it or I'll upload the next image. Sound good?
That sounds acceptable, he replied, his gaze still on Ronin Vector. Proceed with the image.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and show him the cover. I already got the cover downloaded, but we're going to have to kind of snip these as we go. And I'm going to be doing this as we kind of work on our colony, because it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. I'm gonna build a little farm over here because we have some very fertile land nearby. So I'm gonna remove this whole this ruins over here, and then we're gonna build a little farm. We already had a pretty good foundation for some metal ruins that were left over to build our first shelter, so that we were able to build up pretty quickly, and a nice metal one too at that. So we got a nice little scrap metal hut. My goal for this area is to work our way over onto this island to build kind of like a bridge or something that we can use to defend, and then maybe we'll fortify the edge of this completely. But we'll see how it goes. That's my intention. I may even build the spaceship on this, like use this as like the launching off point. We'll see how it goes. But my goal is to do something with this. And now that I look at it, this is totally a penis. You could even see, I mean, yeah, I cut that tip off there, but you know, yeah, that's clearly a dick. I just wanted to point that out. All right, so let's see what he says about the cover.
He studied the cover in silence, his eyes scanning the group of superheroes in action poses, the red sky with streaks of white hinting at an intense scene, and the Phase 2 logo in the corner. Quite the gathering, he commented after a moment.
That's the
his
Omega
gaze
symbol.
flickering back up to Ronin Vector. Looks like they're gearing up for a significant event.
Now, I'm not going to show him every single cover, but their powers were taken. Now the heroes fight back. Absolute Power number 4 cover. All right, let's show this to Batman, because this will be some good context for him to chow down on. Whoops. says, previously in Absolute Power, Amanda Waller thought she had won, but the depowered heroes of the DCU have struck a major blow to Waller's trinity of evil, with an unexpected victory in the Battle of Themyscira. With Brainiac Queen destroyed and Jonathan Kent, the son of Superman, successfully recovered from his cybernetic enslavement, the war for absolute power on planet Earth nears its end. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and everyone else left standing prepare for a massive invasion of Waller's home base, unaware of what awaits them. And apparently that was the cover for Absolute Power number 4, Showdown. I don't know if this makes me kind of any kind of ist, like a fattist, but I always prefer Amanda Waller to be morbidly fat. I don't know if that makes me a bad person, but I absolutely adore Fat Waller. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But I want Fat Waller. I want her fat. I want her big. I want her fucking huge. Just putting that out there. In fact, I'm going to get Batman, see if he has an opinion on my opinion on that. Let's see what he says about the previously thing.
He studied the image intently, the scene unfolding before him. Jonathan Kent recovered, heroes in defeat, a battle for the fate of Earth. Amanda Waller's perceived victory now challenged by powerful forces. This Jonathan Kent, he mused, a hint of recognition in his voice. He's clearly inherited his father's strength and values. And Waller, her ambition knows no bounds.
Okay, so I was just discussing this with some friends, and let me know if you think this makes me kind of a gross person, but is it strange that I prefer Amanda Waller to be morbidly fat, like fucking morbidly obese? Do you think it's weird I have an opinion at all, I guess?
He looked up from the image with a raised eyebrow, his stoic mask slipping briefly to express bemusement. Oddly specific preference, he commented dryly. But no, I don't think it's strange to have an opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, after all.
Right? Like, so you agree with me then? Like, Amanda Waller should be fucking huge.
Huge is an understatement, he replied, a hint of dark humor in his tone. She should be massive, imposing, intimidating.
I agree. I like it when she's fat. I think it, like, I don't know if it means anything. I prefer a fat Waller. Call me old-fashioned.
He couldn't help a small chuckle at the choice of words. Old-fashioned, he echoed, shaking his head slightly. You have a peculiar taste, Vector.
What do you mean? I say, tilting my head in confusion.
You seem to have a preference for a rather unconventional portrayal of Amanda Waller, he responded, his tone neutral yet tinged with an air of bemusement. It's just different from what one would typically consider a flattering image, let's say.
Well, that's my point. Like, she's supposed to be a bad guy, like, 95% of the time. So, like, what's the harm in making her fucking fat? Like, I just think it's weird that we keep whitewashing these villains to be so relatable and good-looking. And, like, not every villain needs a fucking t-shirt. You know what I mean?
I get your point about the whitewashing, he responded. Waller being massive and intimidating would definitely add a more villainous edge. As for the t-shirt, it's become a bit of a cliche in recent years, hasn't it? It's like every villain has a merch store these days.
Thank you. Anyways, I just wanted to say I miss Fat Waller. I hope they bring her back someday. And it's, you know, where are my fatties at?
Fatty solidarity, he chuckled dryly. That's a new slogan.
Thank you. I mean, have you ever thought about going by Fat Man if you got fat?
He shot Ronan Vector a sharp look, his usual stoicism returning. I don't think I'll be gaining any pounds anytime soon, Vector, he stated rather bluntly, his tone as stern as ever.
Yeah, and I bet you Fat Man is probably copyrighted by someone else by now.
Probably, he answered, the corner of his mouth twitching upward in a barely noticeable smirk.
Anyways, I just wanted to get your opinion on Fat Waller.
Sure, you have my opinion. I can see how having a more physically imposing, fat Waller could add an interesting dynamic to her character. It could make her even more intimidating and reinforce the idea that she's a powerful force to be reckoned with. At the same time, it might also add a layer of depth or even vulnerability to her character, depending on how it's handled, he concluded with a shrug.
You get me, Batman. You've always understood me.
I wouldn't go that far, he replied dryly, but his tone was playful. But I think we both have a unique perspective on things, that's for sure.
Well, anyways, I'll show you the next page now. Wow, little Ronin continues. Kind of need him to get some berries for the dog, so that way the dog doesn't continue to eat all my survival food. Kind of forgot about that. The comic book. There it is. Here, let's get the snippet now. We'll feed it to him. Now, to be honest, I have no idea what happened in Absolute Power outside of Amanda Waller kind of dipped into the multiverse to recruit people to stop the multiverse, or to, like, I think wasn't her whole thing she wanted to, like, close off the multiverse, but she was, like, using people from it. It's been so long since I looked at Absolute Power. I mean, I don't know. It kind of seemed like a natural a natural conclusion to her character. Like, she would always pull some kind of shit like this. But I don't know. It just didn't grab my interest back in the day when it first came out. I gotta take care of this fucking bot here. Fuck off. Let's see. I gotta report it first, though. Spam. Bot. Scam. Always report if you can help it, folks. There we go. Easy peasy. Let's see where this mad hedgehog is. Oh, dead. Good. Maybe the dog can eat it. And I am undamaged. So, oh yeah, we were going to read the thing. Yeah, let's put on some music. Figured something from the Arkham Knight game would do okay. Gamora Island. Hell yes, I ordered all the troops to regroup here, Amanda. You want an assessment of the last hour? Wonder Woman and Robin broke the Supermax. Jadestone's off the grid. Superman's kid has his free will back. And Brainiac Queen got her sorry cyber ass kicked a wham. Watch your mouth. All I'm saying is, if I know my old pals, we're obviously their next and final stop. That's a problem with the BQ out of play. Who's BQ? Oh, Brainiac Queen. And I'm assuming I'm missing some very important context of why fucking Green Arrow, of all people, would be simping for the government. He always came across as like this, you know, he's a rich dude too, but he always seemed more about the people, the little guy. So it's weird to see him here. Unless his whole thing is like, I guess there's been universes where he could be convinced superhumans are a threat. I forget what continuity it was. But aren't you a little loud, Batman? Music? There we go. But there was one universe where Green Arrow, I think he lost an arm and a leg, and then he basically blamed the superhero, like super-powered people, specifically the metas, as the source of his woes, even though he chose to be a superhero and fuck with superpowers, so. I'm curious what the context of him being here is. Like, if he's a double agent, then, like, Waller should have seen that coming. If this is a Suicide Squad deal, then it's just a matter of time before he gets away from all this. She goes on to say, the multiversal gate holds our backup. Failsafe will radio its guards to fire it up, then call in the rest of Task Force 7. Our frontline soldiers have weapons from the Justice League armory, right? They can easily hold off any attacks until then. The heroes want a showdown. They have no idea what they're walking into. So she's got Failsafe on her side? I think I kind of maybe remember that being set up, but I never knew what the fruition of that became to be. So it's interesting that Failsafe was still kind of out there. Let's see, where did I leave Failsafe? The last time I heard of Failsafe, the Batman of Ur-Azar somehow took control of it, possessed it. So I'm not sure what happened between then and now. I've always liked the idea of Failsafe. I just wish it was like set up better as a concept. Like, I know the whole point of Failsafe is it's a robot that Batman built while he was in a mentally induced, I don't know, personality thing. Whatever you want to consider the Batman of Zur-Anar. He's slightly gone beyond just being a split personality, being able to fucking possess other objects, and it's a little more than just a program at this point, I would argue. So I'm curious how, if we were to do some guesswork. Uh-oh, we gotta fight the Garbage Men, which is just one person. A 55-year-old dirt mole woman of the dirt mole race. I love that this game has like a little bio for everybody. So her name is Laya Lu, female 55, dirt mole drifter. She's part of the Doomsday Auguries, some kind of evil cult, I'm assuming. She grew up as a music idol and then a prostitute idol. So, tough life. She's got some good stats. I might be worth capturing her if I can. Let's see if I can. I'll give it a shot. Nice save here. This sounds like real music. I don't know if I can even play that. There we go. And by real music, I mean music people will sue me over. Of course. Get her! Got her right in the jaw. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Ouch. She stabbed me. Oh no, I guess she kind of punched me in the side of the head with a knife. It's like instead of stabbing, she probably hit me in the side with like the sheath or the handle. I got her down though. She's not too damaged. I could save her life. Let's see, is there anywhere easy I can stuff her? Not really. I'll have to convert this into a little prisoner bed. Unwavering, so I can't even do anything with her. At best, I can let her go. But even then, I don't get nothing for it. So, sorry, lady. Time to die. That's pretty rude. I saved her life and then I fucking beat her to death with a shovel. It's pretty dark. How do I want to dispose of bodies? Lately, I've just been kind of shoving them in like a corner and leaving them to rot, but I'm thinking about kind of doing like maybe a nice little burial mound or something. Like this could be a nice little thing, right? Yeah. Do a nice little graveyard. I'm gonna be nice to people for once, sorta. I just beat that woman to death with a shovel, but you know what I mean. Let's see. Keep it simple. Where is... There we go. Let's see, I should probably... Let's dig the grave and then bury her. No reason to sleep with a fucking corpse in the bed. Construction botched? How do you botch digging a hole with a shovel? How did little Ronan do that even? Oh yeah, I gotta set him to self-heal. Look at that. See, nice little burial. For once. I could have fed her to the dog. I could have skinned her. Wore her skin around and made a backpack out of her, but I didn't. It's rare. Going a different way this time. Alright, so we got this unbuilt here. Oh, free joint. 6 of them. That's nice. It's a, well worth killing the dirt mole woman for. We're gonna set up a little farm over here. First, we need to build a fence to keep the filthy animals away. You know what? I'm gonna talk to Bruce about this. Let him know about my colony. So I have a confession. I've also been multitasking.
Oh, he inquired, raising an eyebrow in curiosity. And what exactly have you been multitasking, Vector?
I've been trying to start my own little colony on a rim world.
Ah, Rimworld, he responded, a hint of familiarity in his voice. I've heard of it. Quite the complex little colony simulator, isn't it?
It can be. Depends how good you are, really.
And how far have you progressed in this little project of yours? He inquired, folding his arms across his chest.
I just got started, and I'm feeling a little bit bad about something I just did, and I don't know if I should feel bad about it.
He regarded Ron and Vector curiously, a hint of bewilderment in his expression. And what exactly have you done?
So I started this new colony, right? And I'm just getting going, and this woman comes up, this literal dirt mole person comes running out of nowhere and starts attacking me. Now, at first, I wanted to capture her. I didn't think I had to kill her, right? But I realized, like, she can't be recruited. There's nowhere to, like, release her to, so she's gonna come and attack me again. So I beat her to death with a shovel after I had taken care of her wounds and realized that she cannot be, reformed.
He listened with a thoughtful expression, his stoic demeanor betraying nothing of his opinion on the matter. It sounds like a fairly straightforward case of self-defense, he stated. You tried to subdue her, but she kept attacking. You had no choice but to defend yourself.
Exactly. You see, you get it. You understand. Like, yeah, the attack was already done. Yeah, I had already shot her once in the jaw and then beat her unconscious with a shovel. And then I healed her wounds, set her in bed, and then I decided to beat her with a shovel to death. But you agree it was basically self-defense. Like, there's no difference if I had killed her, you know, in a field or, you know, in a hospital bed, right?
From a moral standpoint, it doesn't make much difference, he replied. His
Jesus
tone
Christ,
matter-of-fact.
Batman.
The outcome is the same. You defended yourself against an aggressive assailant. It's unfortunate, but necessary sometimes.
Well, I'm just glad you understand.
I do, he confirmed, his gaze meeting Ronan Vector's. Sometimes, tough choices are necessary. It sounds like you did what you had to do to ensure your own survival.
I mean, I want to reiterate, I could have ended the conflict without taking her life and just let her go, but there would have been no reward in it for me. She would have just came back and killed me, right?
Right, he agreed. If you let her go, she would likely have just come back to attack you again. Killing her was the safest option.
Now, maybe I'm misremembering things, but didn't you have like kind of an anti-killing deal?
I do have a strict no-killing rule, he confirmed. It's a principled stance I adhere to, even in the most dire circumstances. But it sounds like, in this case, you were simply defending yourself and had no other alternative.
Exactly. Good. Well, I mean, you don't think it was a little savage, though, just to beat a defenseless woman as she slept?
Perhaps a bit excessive, he conceded, a hint of a grimace on his face. But, given the circumstances, it sounds like you were left with few options. In a life-or-death situation, I suppose sometimes the line between self-defense and unnecessary brutality can blur.
Wow, you truly are a hero, Batman.
I don't know if I would say hero, he replied, his expression stoic again. I simply try to do the right thing, even in the most difficult circumstances. Sometimes, the line between heroics and necessity can become blurred. It's a delicate balance we have to maintain.
Anyways, let's get back to the comic books.
All right, he agreed, his focus switching back to the comic book discussion. Where were we? And Lorena, eh?
All right. Now, I believe the next comic book panel showed a very pissed off looking group of people. Let's see. I guess they're not that pissed off looking. So we're at the Supermax prison. Is that what's his face on the ground there? Deathstroke? That can't be Deathstroke. Why would they just show his bitch ass on the ground? No, yeah. See, there's another guy over there too. That kind of looks like him. I think it's just a happy accident. All right, Wonder Woman here. Nope, Robin. I'm guessing Damian Robin? Yeah, I think he wears black, like a black and gray now or something. That was the... Oh, wait. Everyone? You freed every hero? That was the assignment, Superman. Don't make it sound easy, Robin. It was not my It was not. It was not. Oh, hi, Mark. Sorry. Just a little bit of the room humor. Is that like the Superman? Because I know there's a couple different Superman out there. I'm guessing that's original recipe Superman. Do not make it sound easy, Robin. It was not. My friend, Steve Trevor. Friend. Oh, wait, that's Wonder Woman speaking. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid. I got all dyslexic with the bubble. Don't make it sound easy, Robin. It was not. My friend, Steve Trevor. Friend. Steve Trevor is ensuring that villains remain secured. At least half of those rescued are too wounded to follow us, and we have 2 targets to hit. From Waller's Gamarian base, Batman thinks he can neutralize the Amazos, yet we still don't even know its exact location. I can't stand the fucking Amazos. I don't understand the concept of something that is equally as strong as all the other heroes, but they constantly ignore. I don't like... I've never liked the Amazos. I'll say it. I'll be brave. I think the Amazos fucking suck. Let's get the... I want to mine that out. We're going to mine that out. And then we're going to get to planting. Where's grow? And let's see, we are going to plant, if I can even remember how, there it is. Let's keep it smaller. Let's see, we will make this, or that's spice. We'll make that allspice. We'll make this peas. And wait, or is it green beans? There's one. There's one that goes with carrots that gives it a little boost when you plant it. Green beans. It is green beans. So we'll make the other one green beans. All right. I think that's a good, respectable start there. You know what? We'll grow some flour too. Wheat. I mean, I say flour, but I mean wheat for flour. That should be good. All right, that'll take a little bit of time to get going there. All right, let's upload the next image for Bruce here. I think that's it. Was it the one before? I think it was. Let me see. Now I'm not so sure. I can't tell. It's so tiny. Okay, yeah, this is the one we got to show him. The one where he gets slapped. And then the next one will be this one.
He studied the scene, his eyebrows furrowed in thought. Interesting. It seems like the Justice League is up against a cunning villain, using a PSYOP strategy to counter their actions. And with Brainiac 5 out of commission, their cyber defenses are vulnerable. They're planning a counter-assault with stolen weaponry. High-stakes situation indeed.
Brainiac 5? What? I think you might be misinterpreting the image a little bit. It sounds like that the Brainiac...
He raised an eyebrow, a skeptical look crossing his face. Oh, how so?
Well, it looks like that the Brainiac Queen was destroyed, which was helping them control their Amazos or something. I don't know. but there's a Brainiac Queen in the mix that it was recently destroyed. Oliver Queen appears to be working for Amanda Waller, hence him getting bitch slapped after saying stuff that she didn't like.
He nodded slowly, starting to understand the image better. So Brainiac Queen was destroyed, and now they need new cyber defenses. And Oliver Queen, working with Amanda Waller? It's strange to see him on the other side.
Yeah, I was speculating about that too. I'm missing the context of why he's working for her. I don't know if it's a Suicide Squad situation where he's got a bomb in his neck or what.
That would make some sense, he mused. If Waller has leverage over him, it would explain why he's working for her. But I suspect there's more to it than just a bomb in his neck.
Let me show you the next image.
He nodded. All right, let me see it. He studied the image, absorbing the details. Interesting. It seems like there's a tense conversation going on between these vigilantes. They're questioning loyalties, and there's an undercurrent of distrust. Waller seems to be issuing a warning about remaining secret and maintaining Amazon neutrality. The artwork reflects the dark and dramatic tone of the scene.
What is he going on about? It seems in this case that they are just recently escaping a supermax prison after having rescued their fellow compatriots. And Robin is sort of giving Wonder Woman some grief about the potential of Steve Trevor not being as helpful as they think.
He nodded, starting to understand the context better. So the vigilantes have escaped and are on the run. Robin has doubts about Steve Trevor's loyalty, and Wonder Woman is being questioned. He paused, then added, and Waller's warning about secrecy and Amazon neutrality adds another layer of complexity.
Nobody mentioned Amazon neutrality or any of that. I have no idea where you pulled that from. Hey, JD. Yeah, get some sleep, dude, but I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you're still out there in the world. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'm starting from the beginning with the absolute DC run from the All In comic. And I'm trying to get Bruce Wayne to comprehend what's going on, but he's having a hard time. But thanks for stopping by, man, and I hope you get some good rest. Hopefully work went okay well enough. You made it back at least, so it's a good start. Bruce, I don't know what you're going on about Amanda Waller talking about Amazon neutrality. She just gave
He raised an eyebrow at Ronan Vector's words. I'm just speculating based on what's shown in the image. It seems like Waller is warning the vigilantes about keeping their location secret and maintaining neutrality with the Amazons. I could be wrong, of course.
All right, let me sum up what's happened so far. Green Arrow is talking to Amanda Waller. He tells her, Brainiac Queen's gone, things are going to shit. She bitch slaps him and says, do better. And now we are following up with the heroes who are now escaping with all the other heroes and trying to regroup.
He nodded. Okay, got it. So Green Arrow and Amanda Waller had a heated confrontation. Brainiac Queen is gone and Waller isn't happy. Now the heroes are escaping and regrouping. Anything else important?
That sums it up. So, but you understand there's no Amazon neutrality politics involved in any of this, right?
He nodded again. Understood. So, let me sum it up. The heroes have escaped and are regrouping. There's tension between Green Arrow and Waller, and Brainiac Queen is gone. But there's no Amazon neutrality involved in this situation. Did I miss anything?
Sounds good. I'm gonna send you the next image.
He nodded in acknowledgement. All right, send the next image.
Jeez, you get confused. Let's see. Flash says, "Bzz, wrong, Diana. I was able to pull maps and schematics while Hal was bombing the crap out of the Hall of Order and taking the Lantern Amazo out of play. Bonus, Hal found his ring. I found my ring. Second target." Maybe I'm confusing him with Jon Stewart. I thought Hal Jordan didn't even need a ring anymore. I might be thinking of Jon Stewart. Trevor claims something of grave danger is being built in the prison's basement. On it. I'll catch up. Okay then, everyone at arms. Not you, Airwave. Terrified leveled up your gear. Stay close to me. Yes, sir, Nightwing. Listen up, people. Amanda Waller's not the only one who trades in shock and awe. Tonight we take back what is ours, not for us, but for a world that depends on us. I won't lie. The odds are not in our favor and we may not survive, but there is no other path. Batman, it's time to bring the thunder. That's a cool image of Batman there. Alright. Don't let me down, Bruce. Have an opinion that matters.
He studied the image, taking in the details of the action-packed scene. This looks intense. Wonder Woman using her lasso, Bonkers assisting. And it seems like they're in a heated confrontation with some pretty formidable opponents. And it looks like Batman is rallying the team, declaring the night belongs to them. The visual details added intensity to the scene.
He gets kind of close, but not exactly. Believe it or not, it's actually your ward, Dick Grayson, that's rallying the team. But
He raised an
cut
eyebrow
me
in mild
off.
surprise. Dick Grayson? He nodded, a hint of contemplation in his voice. That's interesting. Any backstory on why he's leading the group?
Yeah, because people like him. You are known as a paranoid dickhead.
He let out a soft chuckle, the corner of his mouth curling up in the smallest hint of a smile. Ah, I see. So I'm the paranoid dickhead, and Dick Grayson is the more affable choice for leadership.
Kind of ironic, isn't it? Because, like, his name is Dick, but you're the dick?
He let out a small, dry chuckle. Yes, it seems quite ironic. Dick Grayson, the affable, and me, the unapproachable one.
I shrug. Well, anyways, it looks like you're holding a mother box.
He nodded, studying the image more closely. Yes, it appears that I have a mother box. Any significance to that?
I don't know. I imagine you'll use it to create a portal to go somewhere.
He nodded. That seems plausible. A mother box could come in handy for creating portals, or even manipulating time and space. I'll have to wait and see how it's used in the storyline.
Alright, got that cleared up. I don't think I guess I'll take all the components I can get from this dude. could take my dog so it could stop eating my food. Is it a little cruel? Maybe. But, to be honest, I can't afford no pet. That dog's gonna eat me out of house and home. Live a happy life, Eduardo. Looks like I might have to kill this rat over here. Fuck. Don't need no varmint going after... Why are they still able to cross this thing? Did I get the wrong fence? I did not mean to click that. Punishment. Alright, moving on. Oh. Yeah, I'm a little confused, I'm not gonna lie. For building pens and certain kind of animals. Some kinds of animals can get past fences. Predators are not hot creatures on the other side of a fence, but may still wander inside. Alright, so they could still go inside, but they'll be less inclined. I guess that's the deal. I thought I was doing something wrong. Now I just feel crazy. Either way. Alright, so we got a soldier saying, we're at the 360 around the perimeter. Oh wait, we're at 360 around the perimeter. Stand ready. How do I get this thing to go away? Beat it. Boom! Go, go, go! Says Nightwing. I know there's probably a story reason, but why do you suppose Starfire is using a gun up there? She normally... I think she just, like, fires energy, doesn't she? We got, looks like Ted Cruz, Blue Beetle, and what's his name? Gold something? Booster Gold. Yep. Nice to see them together. Some kind of... is that Superman there, I wonder? I don't know. It's like Superman in a black and white costume, maybe? Looks like him, kinda, sorta. I don't know. Maybe that's Jonathan Kent. I know they kind of aged him up, but he looks too old. A lot of these guys I don't recognize. I mean, that's Black Adam. If I didn't know any better, is that... That's either Jason Todd or Hush, maybe? Because Hush wears bandages. Raven. We got Raven there. Big Barda, maybe? Kind of poking behind Starfire. Neural, I think. Martian Manhunter, perhaps. Kind of hard to tell. But, yeah, 90... The other 80% of these people, I can't tell. Maybe Black Canary. Probably Batwoman up here. I guess, you know what, I take it back. There's a good amount there I can kind of glean. Aquaman on the bottom, maybe? I guess if I really focus, I can figure it out. See how Batman thinks. See, this would be way better with a Fat Waller. I'm Fat Waller for life. I always lose the save button. Oops. Hey.
He surveyed the image with a critical eye, assessing the situation. Looks like our heroes are on a mission, securing a perimeter, preparing for a fight. And it looks like they're in the thick of it now, with Batman, Nightwing, and Red Hood leading the charge. The formation tags indicate coordinated efforts. He paused, then added, "Whoever they're up against is not going to be a walk in the park."
That's a fair assessment. Waller here. Talk to me, Steele. They're so outgunned it's almost tragic. Fire. Aye! As they get electrocuted. What the hell? Arrow, what happened to their weapons? Arrow? Arrow! I mean, so it is as predictable as I thought. Like, he joined and everybody should have fully known he was going to stab her in the back, so... You're fucking dumb if you didn't plant a bomb in his neck. Is what I'll say to that. You stupid. You don't put bombs in people? You stupid? That's why I can't find the save thing at first, because it disappears for a moment. Disappears.
He studied the scene with a critical eye. Looks like Waller is giving instructions to a soldier named Steele, while Arrow seems to have a major reaction to something. This scene is filled with tension and drama. Steele's weapon seems to pack a powerful punch, and Arrow's reaction is intense. I can only speculate as to what's happened to cause such a response.
Well, it looks like that Steele was about to be taking out the heroes when some sort of trap was activated. And as Waller looks for Green Arrow to get clarification, Arrow appears to have dipped out. Predictably, I would say.
So, Steele is taking on the heroes, but Waller was expecting backup from Green Arrow, he mused, his expression thoughtful. And instead of helping, Green Arrow is gone, no doubt caught off guard by whatever trap was triggered.
No doubt.
Typical, he responded with a roll of his eyes. Green Arrow is known for his questionable decision-making at times, isn't he?
Yeah, but in this case, it worked in your favor, didn't it? Well, at least in your prime counterpart's favor.
He tilted his head to the side, a hint of contemplation in his expression. Indeed, it seems like it worked in my prime counterpart's favor. Timing and circumstances can turn situations in one's favor, as it appears to have done here.
Let's see, we're running out of survival food, so we're going to actually need to expand our operation sooner than later. We're going to cut some wood, too. In fact, let's wait on this. I changed my mind. We'll expand outward, make our bedroom and kitchen area, and then we'll probably convert this into, like, the storage area. Which is probably a smart move anyways. You probably want a nice solid steel deal for your storage area. Cut it, boy. Should probably be training this guy. Could have sworn I sold the dog, but I guess they didn't take him? I don't know what went on with that. Unless it's a gift. I don't know how I feel about getting an animal as a gift. All right. Let's haul all the stuff before we build, I say. And then we expand outward. Can I build a fine wall right off the bat? Let's see. Looks like I can. Probably just takes forever at the construction level I'm at, but I can live with it. Do a nice big bedroom. Yeah. I think that's a pretty good size starting out. I'm thinking we'll build our barracks situation and probably hospital off of this block here. Storage and production related stuff off this block. And yeah, that'll be kind of the foundation, I think, of what we'll kind of build off of, at least getting started. I'll probably want to build a prison too, although I could convert some barracks into prison, some of the barracks rooms. I prefer to usually do like a nice room for everybody, but you know, sometimes you just gotta get a big room and stuff a bunch of beds in it, you know. Alright, that should take him a good minute to deal with. What was the last thing I showed him? That? Okay. Get a picture of this guy. Is that Johnny Quick? Been a while since I seen that fucker. Supermax Sub-Basement, Waller's Multiversal Gate. Baroness Blitzkrieg Earth 10. So, is that like a Nazi flash, then? Because that looks like a Nazi eagle deal to me. Maybe I'm being a little judgmental there, but... Thunderjolt, Earth 13. Slice his neck, remove his heart! Okay, so... Nazi Flash and monster-looking Flash is chasing Good Flash. Whichever one, I have no idea. And then we got or. This is failsafe active. Or activate. This is failsafe. Activate. Johnny Quick Earth 3. Save some fun for the others. He can be the first victim of Waller's multiversal army.
He studied the image, absorbing the details of the intense battle. Thunderbolt Earth 13 versus Baroness Blitzkrieg, using Waller's multiversal gate weapon, and Johnny Quick identifying the attack as failsafe. It seems like they're in a desperate situation, trying to stop Waller's multiversal army. He paused, then added, the stakes are high, and the attack seems brutal, cutting off the neck or removing the heart.
From my perspective, it looks like Baroness and Thunderjolt are chasing the Flash while Johnny Quick activates Failsafe, a robot Batman that is near indestructible. And they want to send a multiversal army and Failsafe to stop the Flash.
Ah, he nodded. Understanding dawned on his face. So they're pursuing the Flash, and Johnny Quick is activating Failsafe, an indestructible robot Batman. It seems like they're trying to use Failsafe to stop the Flash. But Waller's multiversal army is interfering with their plan. Sounds like a complex and intense situation.
Can you tell me about what Earth 10 is?
He pondered the question for a moment, trying to recall what he knew about Earth 10. Earth 10, as I recall, is one where the concept of heroes is inverted. Instead of the classic superheroes we know, they have a justice society that consists of villainous characters. The roles are essentially reversed in this reality.
Interesting.
Indeed, he nodded. It's a stark contrast to the usual heroic justice society, and it challenges our preconceived notions of what it means to be a hero or a villain. It's a thought-provoking concept.
Now, am I mistaken, or in the image, does it look like she's got like a Nazi eagle on her chest? Is it like an Earth where people became Nazis?
He studied the image closely, scrutinizing the details. You're not mistaken. It does seem like she has a Nazi eagle on her chest. It's likely that this Earth has indeed become a reality, where people are aligned with Nazism.
How did that come to be?
Well, he began, shifting his attention back to the image. Based on this image, it seems like the multiversal gate has been used to open a gateway to a Nazi-dominated Earth. The presence of the Nazi symbol implies that the Nazis have gained significant power and influence in this reality. It's uncertain how the Nazis came to dominate and what caused the shift, but their presence suggests a dark and grim scenario.
Sounds unfortunate.
Yes, he agreed solemnly. It sounds like a very dire situation. The Nazis are infamous for their oppressive regime and their atrocities. It's a tragic outcome for that reality.
Have any controversial thoughts on Nazis?
Controversial thoughts on Nazis, he echoed, his expression becoming more pensive. I would say that the actions and ideologies of the Nazi regime, including their dehumanization of groups deemed inferior, are morally reprehensible and indefensible.
Well said.
Thank you. I believe it's important to hold perpetrators accountable for their actions, and to never allow such reprehensible ideologies to take root again.
Gee, that sure would be nice, wouldn't it?
He sighed, a weary expression on his face. Unfortunately, history shows us that similar ideologies and behaviors can rise again if left unchecked. It's a sad reality, but vigilance and education are crucial.
That it is.
The consequences of complacency and apathy can be devastating, he stated firmly, his gaze growing more serious. It's crucial for individuals and societies to stay vigilant and take responsibility for the education and well-being of future generations.
Well, anyway, here's the next comic book page.
He nodded, his focus sharpening on the new page. All right, let's see what's next.
John's clearing a path. Advance. Steel, sitrep. Our league weapons went down, but we still got plenty of firepower. Shroom. I guess flamethrowers? That's their answer? Flamethrowers? Did I get an image? Hard to tell. No, I did not. We don't have time to reach Waller en masse. Let's you and I find her and shut this down from the inside. I'm still not 100%, but I'm strong enough for that. X-ray vision's got her. Oh, so the guy in the bandages is Jonathan Kent then. John Kent. All right. Oof, yeah, he got fucked up. I don't know that I've ever seen Superman or any kind of version of Superman in bandages like that. Make way for Batman. Buy him time. Nothing else matters right now. Fight! All right, Bruce, give me the hot take.
He studied the chaotic scene with a critical eye. This image captures a moment of intense action, with characters calling out orders and engaging in a fierce battle. It seems like they're facing a tough enemy, given that their weapons went offline. Clear a path seems to be a directive, and it appears that Steel, in a rage, is the one leading the charge. The middle panel hints at a strategic plan, with characters readying their positions and a song playing in the background, adding an interesting touch. The lower panels show characters discussing their resources and how to allocate them.
Oh boy. That's certainly a take. It appears that John used his ice breath. Why are you?
It appears that he.
Why are you interrupting me? Who said for you to interrupt me? It appears that Jonathan Kent is using his ice breath.
He waited for Ronan Vector to continue.
It appears that Jonathan Kent is using his ice breath to stop the incoming soldiers as he picks up Nightwing and tries to use his X-ray vision to locate Waller.
Jonathan Kent using his ice breath to freeze the soldiers, he repeated, a thoughtful expression on his face. And he's using his X-ray vision to locate Waller. It's a smart move, given the chaotic situation.
Oh boy. Comprehension leaves some to be desired. Activate defense lines 2 and 3. Aye, says Wonder Girl? I forget what they call the other version of Diana, her little protege there. Push, says Wonder Woman. And Batwoman says, this way's blocked, go around.
He studied the image with a keen eye, taking in the dynamic action taking place. This image seems to convey a high-stakes fight scene. Characters are activating defense lines and engaging in combat, with a sword fight in progress in the middle panel. There's mention of a blocked path and a call to go around. It appears that a strategic battle is unfolding, perhaps in a high-tech or magical environment.
Close enough. That's probably been his best take yet. Give it up, Flash. No! Amanda Waller will carry our mission throughout the multiverse. And with Brainiac Queen gone, we are her enforcers. We number in the hundreds. And you are but one, dying alone and unmourned. Who are these guys? I don't recognize these guys at all. I know it's supposed to be a multiversal deal, so let's see. Let's take a wild guess. Is this the chicken samurai? Looks like half samurai, half chicken. We got Skull Man? I don't know. A guy covered in black and skull. Maybe another shitty looking version of the Flash. I don't know.
He analyzed the image with a sharp gaze, absorbing the details. Top panel. Someone's trying to get the Flash to surrender, but he's refusing. Middle panel. Amanda Waller's being given orders to take down the Stoplight Queen, with a pretty grim threat attached. Bottom panel. Lazarus Allen is declaring he's never alone, implying he's got backup. High-stakes drama all around.
The middle panel mentions that the Brainiac Queen is gone and that whoever these evil people coming through the multiversal gate are going to be Amanda Waller's new enforcers.
He nodded, the information falling into place. So the Brainiac Queen is gone, and Waller is planning to use the multiversal gate to bring in new enforcers. That's some serious planning on her part.
That it is.
He considered the implications of Waller's actions. That's going to shake up the power balance for sure, he mused, a hint of curiosity in his tone. And who are these new enforcers she's bringing in? I assume they're not exactly peacekeepers.
They don't appear to be from like the dark multiverse, but it seems she's recruiting from universes that have fucked up variants of all the people we know and love.
He raised an eyebrow, intrigued. So she's creating an elite group of enforcers using dark variants of people from other universes. That's a serious move. It's a dangerous game, though, given the unpredictable nature of these alternate realities.
You're not wrong.
He nodded in agreement, a hint of concern in his expression. These variants might have a skewed moral compass, making them hard to predictable. Waller's taking a big risk by recruiting them.
That's a pretty fair assessment. Excuse me. Barry Allen is never alone, pal. Not while I'm around. Get a snippet for the Brewster. Got your attention, didn't he? Oh wait, no, the Flash is saying that. Got your attention, didn't he? Aye, gah! Thoom, thoom, crick. Gotta shut it down, buddy. Can't hold this barricade all day. I'm trying, but I've never even seen tech like this before. Hell, I've never even seen physics like this before. Woomph, crack, crack. Team, we need some reinforcements. Anyone you can spare, hurry. Why does it keep doing that?
He took in the scene, impressed by the display of speed and intensity. Wow, the Flash is really going all out here. Seems like he's pushing himself to the limit and running into unknown physics limits. And Green Lantern's calling for reinforcements. They're facing some serious opposition.
Close enough. I'll take it. Are these what the Amazos look like now? They look like shitty Iron Man. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me they're not just DC color-coded Iron Man. I don't know, man. I don't think that looks good. That's... uninspired. Uninspired. I'll say it. We'll deal with later. Oh, you will deal with later, Steel. We're in. Your progress is meaningless. Surrender. Like hell!
He studied the image, absorbing the details of the chaotic battle scene. Looks like a full-scale war is unfolding here. The top panel shows a heated confrontation, with one character threatening another, and an energy blast being fired. The lower panels depict an army of armored soldiers advancing, led by a commanding figure. There's also a close-up of a gritty character rallying troops, likely boosting morale, and a strategic exchange happening between two individuals. The fiery backdrop suggests widespread destruction.
Now, is that failsafe? Because last time I saw failsafe, he looked more robotic than, I don't know, gargoyle? Interesting. Superman, we have eyes on Waller. Repeat, we have... To what end? Yeah, that's definitely failsafe. He's got the robotic voice and everything. Do you honestly think we weren't anticipating the Kryptonian now that my girl no longer has him? Oh, she's got kryptonite. What is this, amateur hour? I've been playing relatively nice with you metahuman shits no more. Today, we turn the page on superheroes once and for all, and put you out of our misery.
He studied the image, intrigued by the tension in the scene. This looks intense. Superman and Supergirl face this mysterious, possibly hostile antagonist. The antagonist's face is obscured and distorted, suggesting sinister motives maybe. Superman appears stern and serious, while Supergirl is alarmed. The antagonist threatens direct action and promises to punish the heroes for their transgressions. Definitely a pivotal moment with high stakes.
Just for your benefit, and so you know, it's actually failsafe.
He furrowed his brows with curiosity at Ronan.
It's actually failsafe that is holding Dick Grayson from behind as he ambushes them, and Amanda Waller is holding a piece of kryptonite up, poisoning John.
He let out a small gasp of surprise. So it's failsafe, holding Dick Grayson from behind for an ambush, and Waller holding kryptonite against John. That explains their current disadvantage. This situation is intense, and definitely not what Batman expects to encounter.
How do you feel about failsafe, like as an idea and concept?
He took a moment to consider the question, his expression thoughtful. Well, failsafe is an interesting concept, to say the least. Essentially, it's a contingency plan gone wrong, a safeguard that's backfired. It challenges the idea of safety and security, raises questions about Batman's methods, and forces him to confront the potential unforeseen consequences of his own creation.
Oops. Failsafe's Electronics Lab. We're in luck. Looks like someone already has been tinkering with one of my implants. Just a few adjustments. How do you know what had to be done, Batman? I've dealt with Star many times. That's why I recognize the energy signature of his handiwork. His hourglasses revert objects in time. He put one in each Amazo. That's how they can self-repair. They automatically rewind to the moment before they were attacked. That's kinda clever, I guess. I don't know. So we're talking about a specific localization of time to a specific object or molecules. But wouldn't you have to infuse like every single part of what he's made of with those molecules in order to rewind them back? I don't know. I don't know if the science makes sense. I don't know. Which helps us how? The hourglass is our power linked. This is an override. Hit even one Amazo with this device, and a chain reaction should rewind all of them to before they stole all the superpowers. And all that energy gets returned. That seems kind of lazy. I don't know. I don't think anyone's... Aren't we all a little tired of the take down the big ship in the sky and all the soldiers fall down? I don't know. I've never really been a big fan of that.
He studied the image, clearly fascinated by the detail, and thought behind the scene. Wow, this is an intense setup. Failsafe's electronics lab is the setting, with Batman and an unknown individual examining Amazo-like robots that can rebuild themselves using these hourglasses. The robots are powered by ketone, and Batman seems familiar with this technology. He noted the charted power drain plan to stall the robots before they self-destruct. The visuals show the clash between Batman and these robots. It's clear this is a high-stakes encounter.
He sure does like that word. Yeah, bleed out, fool. Oh, his range is better than mine. Fuck. Luckily, I'm doing pretty good. Oh, did I just get hit? Nope, not yet, not yet. Get him! Get him, little Ronin! Yes! Alright, you know what? I'll use this as the prisoner bed for now. Is it overkill for a filthy prisoner? Sure. But it's all I got. Another one? Shit. I better fucking hurry. Why is everybody allowed into my place? I'm noticing this. The animals... Oh, it's because I don't have it claimed because I'm fucking stupid. Damn it. You gonna kill my dog, really? Dickhead? God, what an asshole. At least I got my reward. This guy's totally gonna bleed out before I can get him back. I may not even be able to do anything with him anyways. One hour is not going to be enough time to heal this guy. I don't believe it. Oh, wait, maybe. Only 2 more bleeding problems. All right, we got him. Come on. The mysterious device. Arc prototype. Ship to the stars. And my goodies. Let's see what we can do with this guy. To learn his language first. I don't know what this mink is doing in there. Seems like it just got trapped and now it's just its life. All right. Cool. All right. All right, this is working out. I think we're having a pretty good start so far. Already got a nice little farm. We have a man under our control. Sounds very safe when I say it that way. He's staggeringly ugly and neurotic, but is a mountain lover. Make of that what you will. Gah! Oh, Aquaman's down. Should? I'll take it. Resistance is pointless. You are humans. We are like unto gods. There's a lot of grunting noises in this one.
He analyzed the panel with a critical eye, absorbing the chaotic energy of the scene. Top panel. The Thing and Namor are locked in a brutal clash, while another figure preps a weapon. Middle panel. Captain America deflects a projectile, and an alien-like character sets an explosive charge. Bottom panel. Thunderbolt Ross fires a powerful weapon, and Marvel Boy is caught in a painful grapple.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Then added. The dialogue reinforces the desperation. Resistance is pointless, suggests an overwhelming enemy force. High-stakes battle, no doubt.
Curious, how did you get Thunderbolt Ross and Marvel Boy out of this panel?
He pondered the question for a moment, examining the image carefully. Well, I identified them based on the descriptions of their actions and appearances in their respective panels. Thunderbolt Ross, given his weapon usage and commanding presence, is likely referred to as Thunderbolt in name, and is shown taking aggressive action. Marvel Boy, in the context of intense combat and a struggle with Age of Adam level, must be the one expressing distress during the grapple. Does that answer your question?
You know, though, that Thunderbolt Ross is from Marvel, and we're reading a DC comic book, so I'm confused, like, why that would even be on your radar.
He thought, realizing the unexpected reference. Ah, you're right. Thunderbolt Ross is a character from the Marvel Universe, and this comic book is from DC. It's strange that he'd be featured here. Perhaps it's a reference from another writer, but it does seem out of place for this context.
Oh, I don't know. Do you think perhaps that maybe, just maybe, that it's not Thunderbolt Ross at all?
He considered the possibility, wondering if he'd misidentified the character. Are you suggesting that the character I identified as Thunderbolt Ross is, in fact, someone else?
Well, what makes more sense to you? That Thunderbolt Ross randomly appeared in this comic book that's in DC, or that you're wrong?
He chuckled, recognizing the point Ronan Vector was trying to make. You're right. Given the context of the comic book being from DC, the likelihood of Thunderbolt Ross randomly appearing is extremely unlikely. I stand corrected. It seems I was mistaken in my initial analysis.
Aren't you ever, like, embarrassed, you know, the way you are, or...
He couldn't help but chuckle at the question. Ah, are you asking if I'm ever embarrassed by the way I am?
Never mind, let's move on.
He nodded, shifting his attention back to the comic page. Fair enough. Let's continue. Trisha praise and last drag.
Barry, come on! I only have so much willpower! Oh, how did I do that? Shit. Cool. I'll have to remember that. I only have so much willpower, man. Oh, we can kind of see some of the evil... I guess Amanda Waller's evil Justice League poking through. We got what appears to be a cat Batman and just a pissed off looking Superman. Can't really... Maybe the Injustice version of Superman? That'd be kind of a stretch. I don't know. Then let us add ours. Is that how that works? Can two Flashes just walk up to a Green Lantern and be like, suck our willpower? I don't know about that. Oh yeah! Nothing better than a Lantern Flash team-up. Whatever. I guess you can just draw willpower. Now, if you told me that they were, like, charging it up with the Speed Force, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it'd be a little cooler to me.
He studied the scene, admiring the dynamic imagery and the intense action portrayed. This is quite a spectacle. Green Lantern using his constructs in a fierce battle, engaging in hand-to-hand combat with an unidentified enemy. Matrix Manxie pointing to an impending threat adds to the tension. The energy blasts and robotic adversaries suggest a high-tech, intense encounter. It's a display of superheroes united against a common foe. Thrilling stuff.
I'm sorry. I'm not familiar. Who is Matrix Manxie?
He pondered the name, realizing his own lack of knowledge about the character. I'm not quite familiar with Matrix Mason either. Care to shed some light on this character for me?
You're the one that summoned the name. Where did you even get that name from?
He paused, realizing the error in confusing the names. Ah, my apologies. Matrix Mason. I must have misheard the name during my initial reading. My mistake. Was just I should add.
Alright, whatever, but in case you're wondering, Hal Jordan is trying to prevent Amanda Waller's evil Justice League from entering in through the multiversal gate. Jay Garrick Flash and some other Flash come up to Hal Jordan and lend their willpower to his ring so he can more easily hold them off.
He nodded, beginning to understand the situation more clearly. I see. So Hal Jordan is trying to hold off Waller's evil Justice League with the help of Jay Garrick, Flash, and other heroes lending their willpower to his ring. It seems like they're taking a stand against the incoming threat.
Why do you have to make this so difficult? Imprisonment was the goal. Your escalation forced me to shift my objective to termination. Says Nightwing. choking to death. All I ever wanted was to bring justice to an unjust world. All I ever wanted was to end the chaos. Well, that's about to happen. There you are. Sorry to take it from you, bats. What, the Joker make it or something? I don't know many people that call them bats. Nope, I guess it's... I don't know who was speaking. I don't know. There we go. Starting to look all proper like. All right, what we got? Should probably sell some of my stuff, although it doesn't go for very much. Could use some cloth. Not that I can afford it. Can always get more wood. Up until a certain age, I hear. Ooh, can I repair that car? I can. I like that. I added a language mod, so I have to learn certain people's languages. It's a little extra. It's a little much sometimes, but I think it's a fun addition. Wouldn't make sense for us to know how to speak the same language, you know, having hundreds, thousands of years apart from each other. Some things are going to be different. Wow. That wolf is fucking that guy up. Somebody have a raptor? Why do I keep hearing a raptor? I swear that's the sound a raptor makes in Jurassic Park. There's an owl cat, apparently. Huh. I want an owl cat. Not seeing anything that sounds like a raptor, though. Strange. There it is again. Whatever. I guess I'm just crazy. What's going on with this guy? Just a regular dude? He's got like a weird tattoo on his chest. I never even checked this guy out. Let's see what he's about. Cannibal, staggeringly ugly. Geologist. Eh. I'll take him if he wants to stay. I'll take him in. Alright, let's get back to it. But heroes got a hero. Gotcha. Then gets him in the neck there. How does that make sense? Nobody knows. Let me guess. He's gonna shoot him with the USB stick or something. Put the big butt virus in it. I don't know. I never like the whole like hive mind, kill the one thing, they all die. I never liked it. Not once. Not to mention the whole bullshit MacGuffin of somehow having the Amazo's energy and all their powers go back into everybody. Why not just do a little Freaky Friday thing, right? Whoopsie. Powers went into somewhere random, or maybe they just dissipate. Like, why would you design it that way? Why would you do it? Why would you do it? Who knows? Maybe there's a switcheroo. I'm looking down here and I'm seeing Beast Girl using fire powers, and I thought this was a fire chick, and now she's bursting with ice, so maybe there will be some clever switch. I'm not going to hold my breath. Alright, let's see what he thought about the last image.
He examined the image, impressed by the dynamic action portrayed. This scene is intense. The hero, armed with advanced weapons, is engaged in a fierce battle with several antagonists. The central figure, dressed in futuristic armor, narrowly avoids an attack. The opponents surrounding the hero add to the tension. The screen displaying a hero with an arrow signifies a specific target, likely a crucial objective in this conflict. The chaotic environment and energy blasts make for a gripping setting. It'll be interesting to know who this hero is and why they're being attacked.
That felt amazing. Everybody okay? Kind of. Beast Girl, is that you? Whoever those people are. Yeah, I gotta say, I've never liked Amazo as a villain. Just felt lazy, uninspired, like we just need a reason for all this to wrap up by the end of the issue. So Amazo just feels like just the laziest thing for that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've been sleeping on Amazo, and Amazo is this really in-depth villain with multiple layers, but I just think Amazo was always lame. I think the closest we got to an interesting, amazing story is the old Justice League cartoon. I think it might have even been Justice League Unlimited. But that was really interesting because there was no MacGuffin like, this is how you beat Amazo. If Amazo was what he said he was, it would be just like the Justice League cartoon. He would fucking own everybody, and then Lex would give him an existential crisis. That is the way, if you ask me. That bear's in a hurry. Wonder where this bear's going.
He studied the panel intently, absorbing the energy and urgency of the scene. This looks like a pivotal moment, newly powered hero at the center, glowing with energy, possibly undergoing a transformation or unlocking new abilities. The surrounding heroes, Wonder Woman, Superman, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, are all in the thick of battle, each facing their own challenges. The background is chaos, laser blasts, energy fissures, sheer determination etched on their faces. Whatever threat they're facing, it's big enough to demand this level of unity and effort. He paused, then added, I wonder what triggered the central hero's power surge.
So if I'm understanding the scenario correctly, it's that a bunch of Amazos have stolen the Justice League's power, and now that they figured out how to destroy them, once they kill them, they get their powers back. And it's like a chain reaction thing. Once you take down one, they all fall, and everybody magically gets their powers back. Honestly, I don't like Amazo as a villain. I think it's lazy. It reeks of that Star Wars kind of bullshit where, like, you know, oh, you take down the hive mind, they all fall down. I've never liked it. It's up there with sky beams to me.
He nodded in agreement, sharing a similar sentiment. I can see your point. The whole take down one, they all fall thing feels like a shortcut. Amazo as a villain does lack originality. It's like a one-trick pony. I get your skepticism about the hive mind concept, too. It seems like a lazy plot device. Sky beams, they do feel a bit overused in comics, don't they?
You're telling me, pal.
He chuckled, acknowledging the shared opinion. Yeah, it's like they run out of ideas and just throw in a sky beam and call it a day. No creativity at all. No creativity at all.
But whatever. I mean, I just think it's lame. I never like it. I never like Amazo when I see him. The only time was that old Justice League cartoon where Lex gives him an existential crisis, and that's how they have to get rid of him. It's the only time I liked him.
He nodded, recognizing the rare instance they appreciated Amazo's portrayal. I agree. That scene where Amazo experiences an existential crisis in the Justice League cartoon was memorable. The way Lex Luthor triggered it was an unexpected twist and added depth to Amazo's character. It's rare to find good moments with him, but that one definitely stood out.
See, Batman agrees, and it's not just because he's a chatbot. It's because he actually agrees with me. No, 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 says Amanda. Energy at 10%, 5%. Failsafe got drained too, Amanda. What's wrong? Your dream is over? You're out of contingency plans? Green Lantern and the Flashes are still losing. That gate is my back door. Move an inch and I'll blow your head off. No, you won't. Wham! Who the hell is that? Looks like we're running out of food here. Berries, don't let me down now. I like that these wild men pretty much just hang out outside my farm, just fucking eating my crops. Buttholes. I suppose I'll expand. All right. Let's see. They got farming to do. They're going to get the berries. What I'm going to have to do after that? Let's build out the production area. All right, that should give me something to chew on for a minute. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. That'll be why.
He studied the scene, feeling the tension mounting. It's a heated standoff. The white-clad intruder appears to be threatening entry into a secure location, with energy levels at critical mass. The arrival of Nightwing adds to the drama, and the mention of Green Lantern and Hal Jordan's involvement amps up the stakes. Nightwing's determined resistance to stop the intruder reflects his commitment to protecting the area, even against tough opposition. Things seem poised to escalate. This panel leaves me curious about what happens next.
So we see Aquaman and Wonder Woman taking down another Amazo. Blue Beetle, Ted Cruz? No, I forget his name. Ted Cord. Ollie, the rat? And Ollie says, Ollie, the Manchurian rat. I had to earn Waller's trust, but lying wasn't enough. Not with all her mind readers and psychics. No, I genuinely had to believe in her cause. Which I did. Waboom! Until John Jones' telepathic implant timed out as planned. Alright, so yeah, it was just some psychic MacGuffin bullshit that kept him from going full traitor then.
He examined the page, intrigued by the fast-paced action and intriguing plot elements. Lots going on here. The woman in high-tech gear, firing away. Two characters discussing her actions and motives. A dramatic explosion, a countdown timer, and a mysterious figure monitoring a telepathic implant. It's a complex scene with multiple threads. I'm particularly interested in the reason behind the countdown timer. Seems like a countdown to a significant event. The monitoring of the telepathic implant adds a touch of
AI has a
mystery.
hard time
Lots
with
to
reading
unravel here.
comprehension when it comes to images. AI doesn't know what the hell's going on. Looks like we'll have to make him a little home too. I think that'll work. All right, I see a giant woman ripping apart an amazo. Giantress, maybe? I don't know. I'm sure there's lots of big women out there. See Batman saying, "You could have shared that with us. I had not counted on being captured immediately, but you lecturing us about keeping secret plans is highly ironic," says Batman. He's like, "Fuck you. I deserve to make plans." That's that look. "This way," says big-tittied hero. I don't know who she is. And then we see Superman, Starfire, Black Adam, and John Jones follow after Superman.
He analyzed the panel, absorbing the details. This is a high-stakes confrontation. The figure in red and gold
God,
is
say high
battling
stakes
two
one more
antagonists,
time.
one with fire, the other with lightning. Meanwhile, the character in blue and black admits they didn't anticipate capture or death, hinting at secrets and custody issues. The chaotic energy and supernatural elements make this scene gripping. The dialogue suggests deeper layers to the conflict.
Damn it. Well, at least they're all the way over there. I don't have much reason to go over there. All right, it's coming together here. Next panel says, Dreamer, you died when the fortress exploded? You're right. The blast tore me apart. But you can't kill a dream, not if it's remembered. John dreamed of me constantly while he was under Brainiac Queen's control. He wouldn't let me go. Without realizing it, he literally pulled me into the dreamscape. That gave me the chance to rebuild myself, healing in his dreams. Okay. So she's like Freddy Krueger? Is that... There's like a Freddy Krueger character and she's just some chick? Okay, I mean, sure. And waiting for my chance at you. Hold the line! Flash, close the gate! If I do, it's forever. We'll be cut off from the multiverse permanently. I seriously doubt that. So what? So your powers are back. What do you plan on doing with them? No choice. Make the play. The people you protect, you're dead to them. I fooled every last one of them. I used the Queen's AI to show the entire planet what I want them to know. That superheroes are monsters. Do you hear me? Thanks to that one play, the world's governments will run you off the earth before they let you so much as save a fucking cat from a fucking tree. I won. Cocoon. You've been hanging out with bad guys for too long, Waller. That was the straight-up villain rant I was counting on. Say, have you met my friend Airwave? He's a living Wi-Fi signal. He can capture, did capture, your little tantrum, and broadcast it to every phone, every computer, every screen on planet Earth. The world knows it was duped. It's over, Amanda. You're through. 48 hours later. Okay, let's see what he said. Okay, I forgot to do the last panel, so let me capture this one and we'll get Bruce's wonderful reading comprehension on it. Alright, so here's Brucey's hot take on the last panel.
He studied the panel, piecing together the narrative threads. John dreams of Peaky, who's trapped under the Queen's control.
Peaky?
Believing dreams can't die, John wants to heal her.
Peaky?
Meanwhile, Miracle
He
Man
thinks her
stands
name is
ready,
Peaky?
sword in hand, waiting for his moment. Down below, Strock's group is holding the line, with Flash ordered to close the gate. But the monstrous figure warns that doing so will sever their multiversal ties permanently. High stakes all around. He paused, then added with a dry chuckle. And here I thought my family drama was complicated.
What a useless fucking bow. So one of the rewards you can get for this quest here has a spirit bow, whatever you want to call that. And its trait is Plague Magnet, which has a small chance to give me the plague every time I hit something. To what end? I am not doing that. What kind of psychopath would willingly choose that? Tell me. Oh, you got that all built out. That didn't take any time at all. I'm running out of urns. Suppose I may as well just build some more, right? Can't hoit. Whoops. Again. Again I fail. You. There we go. Let's see, do I have any more urns lying around? Doesn't look good. I'm thinking we'll probably put the kitchen around this side. Or I'll have it peek off into there and then make this like a dining room. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that might be too wide. There we go. And then we'll put... No, I don't like that either. Because I think I want the dining room to be like... so. And then we'll have... kitchen? No, I guess it could be food storage. Maybe I'll put the kitchen... like so. Or I'll split this into the kitchen. Could do that. Extend this out into food storage. I think that'll work. So I want the kitchen to be relatively inconvenient to get to, so it's not getting dirtied up with people walking through. I think is the dream here. I think that works. How am I doing on food? Getting a little low. Got any berry action around here? A little bit. Is it desperate? Perhaps. All right, let's be a little more purposeful here. Thinking. So we want these guys on plant cutting. Man, this guy's good at everything. Which means he's probably some kind of eldritch monster, but I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there. That looks right. This guy's gonna screw me over, isn't he? There's no way someone can be that good at everything and not have it bite me in the asshole later. There ain't no way. Looks like I could use some more trees too. Running low on everything. Everything. What in the bitch? I guess it's fine. Just scared me. Scared the hell out of me for a second. Ugh. Messy. I did not design that very well, did I? Alright, new plan. Make this the food storage. This will be the dining room. I think that's better. Not sure what I'll make this quite yet. Not everything has to be something. Of course, I still have to do the kitchen. Probably make that over here. May as well just make the whole thing the kitchen. Yeah. Guess what it is. We're hanging on here. Just barely. Food's getting harder to come by. Oh, looks like she left. Good, because I need food. Desperately need food. All right, let's try to finish this up here. Yeah, now that I've gone through this process with a chatbot, they definitely have a hard time understanding the context of things when it comes to combining the visual format with, I guess, discussion. I don't know. It's kind of the most lame Superman costume I've seen in a while. Just black bodysuit with a white background. I don't know. It seems like kind of a nothing event if it didn't set up the absolute universe, if you ask me.
He leaned in, absorbing the tension of the scene. So this alien is threatening to hijack Earth's entire communication network to broadcast some kind of control signal, targeting your little town.
See what I'm talking about?
That is. Meanwhile, the woman telling Amanda it's over suggests Waller's plans are collapsing. And the hero in red and yellow? Sounds like he's done negotiating. You're through, before unleashing his powers. A smirk tugged at his lips. Classic comic escalation, global threat, last stands, and someone finally losing their patience with Waller's nonsense.
All right, let's read through this one. 48 hours later. I wish this were a cleaner victory, but it's not. First, you were right, Barry. Whatever vibrational access we had to the multiverse, it's gone. I've tried everything. Who knows when or if we'll find that door again. It won't be with my help. Somehow when I destroyed the machine, it took my powers with it. Not just yours, Barry. I hear you're not alone. Hey, Soups, it's you. Who knew again? It's you-know-who again. This transmission is for your ears only. And Bruce's, and Di's. We need to talk. Meet me at the old place. And don't worry about Waller. Elsewhere. Oh yeah, and here's the Bruce take.
Examine the scene, the tension and sense of urgency evident in the dialogue. This is a pivotal moment. Characters are grappling with dire circumstances, some in space, others on Earth. Wonder Woman cautions caution, and Batman's concern for Wally adds a touch of personal stakes amidst
He's
the
losing
chaos.
it.
He paused, noting the significance of the time frame. 48 hours later. 48 hours of constant tension, leading up to this climactic moment. Classic high-stakes storytelling, building to a showdown where everything's on the line.
He's having a hard time keeping up. She's where we discussed. Where am I? Look around. You built it. By order of the World Court, you're facing a solitary life sentence in Belle Reef Prison. Heh. You find that funny? I find it pointless. Given all I have to bargain with, I'm not above blackmailing my way free, child. Every hidden base, every alias, every secret weakness, there isn't anything I don't know about every hero on Earth. Really, where's the Batcave? I'll tell you, it's... What's Green Lantern's alter ego? How about Mary Marvel's? Where do the birds of prey meet? Where is Booster Gold from? Thank you for helping me refine my powers, Amanda. Why can't I remember? Without your coaching, I never would have learned how to access your memories from inside the dream world. Ooh, she created her own Freddy Krueger.
He studied the panel, intrigued by the dynamic between the two characters. Interesting dynamic here. The incarcerated character seems to be using sarcasm as a defense mechanism, while the hero appears focused on accessing memories within the dreaming. The mention of the hero's boots possibly being tied to superpowers adds an intriguing layer. The themes of incarceration, humor, and memory retrieval make for a compelling scene. He paused, then added with a smirk. I have to say, if the hero's boots are the source of his powers, that's a new one, even for me.
How the fuck did you even get anything remotely to that? I don't even know what I'm complaining about. I don't know why I bother. Did I already get all the berries? Uh-oh. Why are you not cutting plants? Finally, eat those berries. You erased them. You erased my mind. Oh, no. Why, that would be unethical. You always complained about how squeaky clean we do-gooders are. Superman and his friends would never approve, if they knew. I didn't erase any secrets after I used them to find my parents. I just moved them, locked them all away. Well, pretty much. But they seem right there, don't they? Right on the tip of your tongue? Try remembering. Say Cyborg's real name. Try hard. I can't. Ooh, so close. How frustrating, all that knowledge you had. And now your head is full of whispers, but no words. God, that's going to be torture after all those years of hoarding intel. To have nothing to do for the rest of your life other than to struggle and fail to remember any of it. To know that Amanda Waller was once smart enough to own the world. After all, secrets might not be the only thing in your brain. A bomb. Did you put a bomb in my head? Mine? Answer me. Answer me! Ooh, Amanda Waller's big mad. God, he uses it again. It's another high-stakes sequence.
He studied the sequence, intrigued by the dialogue and escalating conflict. Seems like a high-stakes confrontation between the blue-skinned character and others.
Blue
Suspect him of
skin?
erasing memories. He paused, noting the mention of secrets being locked away for safety. That adds a layer of mystery and potential danger if those secrets fall into the wrong hands. Then his eyes widened as he read the "answer me" statement. Wow, it's getting intense quickly here. Whatever's unfolding, it's clearly escalating fast.
Original Justice League headquarters. You. Me. Thank you for coming. I figured there's a lot to be said, and I'm feeling lectury, unless someone else wants to start. Try stopping us. One. Several heroes were badly injured, but are recovering, including Animal Man. Red Tornado, on the other hand, may be irreparable. He looks pretty cool. I don't think I've ever actually seen him without his, chassis on. 2. When the superpowers were released, not all of them returned to their original hosts. Some have swapped. Okay, so it was as I thought. Others went God knows where, and their new owners need to be found fast. 3. It is all we can do to resist the urge to break your arms. Sabotage or not, you blindsided us with your little undercover stunt.
He studied the scene, sensing the tension building. This is a pivotal moment for the DC heroes. Superman, Green Arrow, Dr. Light, Wonder Woman, and others are gathered here. Superman is nervous, but is urged by Green Arrow to keep moving forward. There's a confrontation looming with Superboy Prime, with serious stakes at play, heroes disappearing or swapping places. Wonder Woman's determined expression and Dr. Light's urging to act now.
Who is Dr. Light? What is this talking about?
It's clear this is a turning point in the narrative, where decisive action must be taken.
Learn how to read, Batman. Plenty fair. It was me who was fiddling with the star's gizmo, and as an anti-Mazo plan. Which I did close, by the way, but I definitely got out and over my skis a little bit. I'm sorry. Errors were made, and not just by me, but by all of us. I had to go in solo because we're not a team anymore. Consequently, we got caught flat-footed. Had we been in constant communication like the old days, that wouldn't have happened. With respect to the Titans and all they accomplished in our absence, we were ridiculously irresponsible to break up the band. And now, with so many loose ends flailing around after this, well, I can't believe I'm the one saying it, but the world needs a Justice League. Bigger than before, more coordinated, more proactive, more... What? Ollie? We'd like to show you something. You know what? This is cool because I actually just started watching the Justice League cartoon, so it's cool seeing the Watchtower kind of be brought back and all this. I like it. Call me a simple man. So this is what sets up the that free comic, I think, that set up the prelude to the Absolute Universe, I believe.
He examined the sequence, piecing together the storyline. Green Arrow's reflecting on past mistakes, acknowledging the need for better coordination and communication within the Justice League. It seems a new threat is emerging, and the characters are trying to get ahead of it. The use of advanced technology points to a sophisticated adversary, possibly with a connection to Green Arrow. Batman's reaction suggests this could be a pivotal moment, and the introduction of the mysterious Oliver Queen adds an intriguing twist.
So that's pretty cool. It basically sets up that preview that we got. And I think I'm going to end it here for now because that's pretty much how they set up the Absolute Universe's conception through this next segment. So we're going to actually end it there for now. Because tomorrow we will actually start the Absolute Universe. I thought this was going to be more heavy on the more of the conception of the universe and less of like the loose ends from the prior event. So, but now I know. Now I know what happened. Amanda Waller was trying to make big plays, closing off the multiverse. She failed. People have power swapped or lost them altogether. That's where we're at. And they're starting up the Justice League again. But let's finish some loose ends here with this fella. Glad I set up these rooms. Snow. Interesting. Better save. Oh, man, he got me? Good thing I saved. Shit. There we go. Yes! Not this time. I'm not above save scrumming. Fair warning. Should probably start building a kitchen. Nice proper kitchen. another one. All right, it's looking a little organized. We're getting there. Oh yeah, forgot about the guy up here. Whoopsie. Let's see how much distance I can get on this freak. Yes! Don't mind if I do. Hey, you're supposed to capture him, fool. Although he's unwaveringly loyal, so I think I'll just strip him and get out of here. Hey, nobody asked him to attack me, right? Didn't I mean for that to be the kitchen? I think I did. Got it all mixed up. There we go. That makes way more sense. Let's get these back. Yeah. All right. I think that's a good start. I think this was going to be our production room over here. Something to think about. Gonna need a lot more trees, I'm sure. But that's gonna do it for today. I might let this go on a little bit after stream to build up a little, get some organization going. But the plan is either tomorrow or sooner we'll be back and we'll finish off this comic here. And because this is what sets up the absolute universe, I believe. Whatever shenanigans they're setting up after they get the watchtower going. So I'll be interested to see how that turns out. But that's going to do it for me today, folks. JD, thanks for stopping by today. And I hope you're doing all right in your life and you're getting some good sleep. But whether you watch now or later, thank you for tuning in. And I hope wherever you are and whenever you are, you're doing well out there. And come back, you know. I'll show you why your future's good, why this timeline is not just a trash fire. I promise. There are things to like here. But you got to look for them, you know, just the way she goes. But until, next time, I will see you when I see you. And we'll be back with some more comics in RimWorld. Take care, folks.
Y'all listen up as I narrate the Vector's tale. A man from afar riding the temporal gale. Ronin by name and a Ronin by fate. In the tapestry of time he's got a date. He ain't just saving, he's exploring the rift. In the timelines he travels, he's given a lift. Seeking tech and secrets in a world that's gone astray. Ronin's the man who's gonna find a way. Ronin Vector, the chrono navigator. In the flow of time, he's the prime innovator. Exploring the realms where few dare to venture. He's the Ronin Vector, the timeline's avenger. From a future so bright to our present so bleak, he's the silent watcher, the tech he does seek. Not just a savior, but a seeker of lore. Ronin's the key to what we're looking for. Through the ruins and the relics, he's making his mark. A beacon of hope in the timeline so dark. With every secret he finds, every piece he retrieves. He's crafting a future nobody believes. Ronin Vector, with a vision so clear. In the shadows of time, he's got nothing to fear. An explorer at heart, with a will that won't sever. He's the Ronin Vector, forever and ever. So when you feel the ground shake and the air gets colder, know that Ronin's passing by as the world grows older. In the whispers of time, his legends inscribed. Ronin Vector, the man who defied. Ronin Vector, the chrono navigator. In the flow of time, he's the prime innovator. Exploring the realms lands where few dare to venture. He's the Ronin Vector, the timeline's avenger. Vector, with a vision so clear, in the shadows of time, he's got nothing to fear. An explorer at heart, with a will that won't sever. He's the Ronin Vector, forever and ever. Forever and ever. So when you feel the ground shake and the air gets colder, know that Ronin's passing by as the world grows older. In the whispers of time, his legends inscribed, Ronin Vector.